That's the great thing about the Players Theater, is that it does have its own school.
We might have anywhere from 100 to 150 in our student body.
Everything from ballet to acting classes to
modern, lyrical, jazz, tap, voice, acting, play. We also have for adults, play reading, things that have to do with the theater.
Good. 2, 3, 4, 1.
I love it. It's a really loving community, and I learned a lot because when I was 4, I could peel paint when I sang. But I came to the Players and I did vocal lessons with Mr. Barry, and I've learned so much and I've really grown.
I ended up here in 7th grade. I had been going through a lot of really weird family stuff and just hard stuff in my social and school life. And my parents, through an odd turn of events, could afford to give me singing lessons, and I'd always wanted to take because I really enjoy singing and acting and dancing. And so they said, well, we can afford it now, so we should put her there because she's unhappy at school and she's unhappy everywhere else. She really wants to do this. She'll probably be happy there. And so April of 7th grade, they enrolled me here. Let's see, next in 8th grade, I started Players Kids for the first year.
First wall. Finally, the ocean belongs to me.
The Players Kids are our outreach program. It's a group of children who audition once a year, part of the student body, actually. However, we do pick out several children who we think have a little more, maybe spark, maybe potential, maybe talent. There's a lot of things that go into it. Maybe they're not as talented as some of the other members of our student body. However, we see some kind of a little different energy or drive there that we know might blossom and turn into some kind of a professional someday. They audition once a year at the beginning of the school year, and we pick approximately 20, 25. This year, there were so many exciting, new talented children. We picked 40.
It's a safe environment. I always tell kids in my studio, this is the place where you can make the mistakes. This is the place where your voice can crack. This is the place that you can do whatever you want, and it's going to be okay. And I think that's what theater and being in the arts will do for a kid. I think that it allows them a place to where they can make mistakes. They can stand up in front of an audience and they can forget their line and know what that feels like, but they're not going to die. Nobody's going to die at the end of the day. Nobody's going to get their head chopped off. And it's okay, and life goes on, and you'll be fine. You know, you just laugh about it and go on.
My favorite thing to do is probably go out there on show night and just perform. I'll maybe mess up, but it will be okay, and that's really special.
We do a showcase once a year, which involves all 100, 150 of our student body. And they get to perform their acting scenes or their songs that they learned during the year or their dances. That is our showcase for the whole student body. But we do one show a year, which is just focused on the Players Kids, and this year it'll be The Little Mermaid.
So let's give them a great big round of applause and let's get the show started!
What on earth could it be? Daddy Hammerhead sing that song. Oh no, she's in love. She's in love. See her hips, how they swish.
Even if theater isn't like your thing, if singing isn't your thing, it teaches character, it teaches discipline. you get put into a group of kids, like with the Players kids. You're put into this group of kids and you have to learn to work with them. And so if you get into an argument with another child, I often encourage them to settle it amongst themselves with a little bit of guidance. And it's just a great way to learn to work with other people and to come to an agreement with another person and to get out there and not be shy and not be scared.
You got it. You got it.
I have so many friends here. It's just, I'll walk in here and I know everybody's name. People will go, Katie, and I'll say blah, blah, blah. And it's really loving, and they want you to grow instead of shrink.
It's probably the most rewarding thing that I've ever done as in the arts. It's great to see a kid. I can only use myself as an example, but I was that kid who, once I found performing and musical theater, especially for me, I was allowed to become somebody else. I didn't have to be just boring little me. I could be a king. I could be, you know, a prince. I could be whatever I wanted. And when that kid, that new kid that comes in and they latch onto this and they find that there's something special about being able to perform in front of an audience, and you don't have to be yourself. You can forget about your problems. You can forget about everything that's going on in the world. And for an hour, 2 hours, you can entertain another person. And to see that, and to see that light go off, it's honestly the most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life.
In the summer camp and in Players Kids, they build that. They do the audition process. They make you have no stage fright, because when I was little, I used to cry before every play. But now I don't, and it's because of the Players.
I would say 90% of the children who leave here after however many years they've been with us go on through life, but have a special quality about them that stands apart from the rest. They do know how to speak to people, they do know how to dance at a function, they do know how to communicate with others and be part of a group without feeling so left out. There's so many other qualities. The boys especially, I have to say, it's tough for boys. You know, they're a lot of times ridiculed, a lot of times made fun of. If they can be a strong enough character to get through a few years of dance, even their fathers will come and say, this kid hits the ball, he gets to the bases, he runs, he's agile, he's nimble, he's sharp in the brain. They always come to me later on and say, I'm glad we let him do this.
Being able to step on stage in front of somebody else, even if it's one person or 200 people, and be okay with it. And there's something incredibly special about that, because it's hard. I mean, it's really difficult to expose yourself in that way. It helps with math skills, it helps with oral speaking, interviewing. It does all these great things for life experiences that, regardless of whether or not you go into the arts as a career, it helps you in all these different facets.
I recommend that every child come down to the Players and at least do a vocal lesson, the summer camp, Players Kids, and audition, because it really helps with kids' confidence, because even if they don't want to become an actor or actress, it helps with everything. My mom is a financial advisor and she has to deal with clients every day. And she did drama class when she was little, and it helped a lot.
At school, no one really ever saw me as good or good at anything. And people would tell me, you know, in math, if I asked a question, they'd tell me how stupid I was for asking a question. Or even sometimes in chorus, the girls would talk behind my back about how I couldn't sing.
Love to explore that shore above.
And I came here and people just nurtured me and, you know, told me that I was good at things and said, you know, you have talent, you're good, and never tore me down. My teachers here have always constructively built me up, and I've even made a lot of friends here that have just been really, really good to me and never told me that I suck or that I'm bad or that I'm stupid. And so that's made all the difference in like who I've become and who I'm becoming.